looking for a very effective training map in creative, you've come to the right place. This is Training Island V6.
Alright, what is up guys? Hopefully you guys are just as hyped as I was making that intro because man, that was crazy. But this is Training Island V6. I know a lot of you guys have been waiting for this. It's finally here, but before you leave and put in the map code, I want you to stick around because there's some important information I want to share with you guys about this map. So as soon as you load up into the map, please make sure you read the information wall because it is very important to read. Basically, the only way to get back from each scenario is to emote, so every time you emote, you actually will be teleported straight back here as you can see here. And also make sure you're only playing this by yourself. If you do play with 2 or more players, this map will glitch out. And you will also find these buttons throughout the map. The clock sets a timer for 30 seconds or 1 minute depending on which scenario. The X ends the timer and resets your score. And the last one is actually only in the glide section, so don't worry too much about this one right here. But anyways, when you load into a scenario, this is what most of them will look like. It'll have a timer, the reset button, and the free play, which is only in this scenario, so don't worry about that one too much. So if you click this, it will start a minute or 30 seconds, so this one's going to be a minute long. And then whenever you're done, you can click reset. This will reset the score and end the timer. Anyways, here's the weapon selection. You can see the ARs, shotguns, SMGs, and sniper rifles. I made sure to include all the weapons that are in the game right now, as well as some other ones that you may find useful for practicing your aim. But if you are going to practice your tracking, I would highly recommend the TAC SMG. It does have like a tight spread, so it makes it much more accurate for tracking scenarios. And by the way, I use storm circles in most of these scenarios. It just saved a lot of memory, which results in better performance for you guys. I decided to focus a lot on aiming in this map because a lot of you guys said that you needed a lot more of aim training. So I focused more on that. And to have really advanced aim scenarios, unfortunately I did have to get rid of some of the building sections. But anyways, let's get right into it. Alright, starting off with the glide section, basically how this works is every time you kill a zombie, you will be teleported in one of 8 directions, and each direction has a randomized path in the air, so you can see the zombies move in midair, which is crazy. And this is supposed to replicate like a gliding player, so I'm sure you guys will find this very useful. Next up, we got regular tracking. This works very similar to the glide one, except this is mostly horizontal and a little bit of verticality in here. Next up, we got pop-up. You guys should already be familiar with this one from my previous maps. You do have 2 health options here from 200 HP or 10 HP, completely up to you. But you guys already know how this one should work if you've played my previous maps. It's just a bunch of zombies that pop up randomly in each direction. And this is pretty good if you want to like practice flick shots or just whatever really. Alright, this one is called crosshair and this is a new one. Basically when you kill the bot, it will put your crosshair in a random direction. And from here you will have to reposition your crosshair as quickly as possible again. And this is to help you guys when you aim in, if you're like a little bit off the target, to reposition your crosshair properly. And try to do this as fast as you can and as consistently as possible for the best results. Here's another new one that is called Zombie Frenzy. So instead of Child Frenzy, I use zombies for you controller players to have aim assist. And when you first load into this, all the zombies will spawn, but as you shoot more and more, the spawns will become more random. Next one is reaction, and I'm sure you guys are also familiar with this one. All you do is place your crosshair in the middle, and zombies will spawn randomly and either to the left or the right, and you have to quickly kind of flick onto them. Next up, we have an advanced version of the bounce scenario, and basically what I did is just add these on the side to have more diversity in this. So instead of just bouncing zombies, you can also have like little tracking sections on the edges here. And sometimes they will get stuck like that on top of the ramp, so you might have to kill them, but it's not a big deal. Pretty good scenario to practice. I'm sure you guys will love this one. By the way, you can also go to these corners up here if you'd really like to kind of get like a different angle of this and practice from here. Alright, for the box fight section, all you have to do is come over here, click the add bots button. You can add up to 4 bots if you'd really like to, but it's really hard. There's a total of 4 spawn locations for the bots, and one of them does have an SMG for those situations where people just rush you, just like that. And just, here's a few ways you can practice this. You can just like, let him kind of break into your box, place a stair, go for an edit like that. Or if you'd really like to, you can practice your stair faces, so as soon as he breaks that, we place that. Do a stair phase, and then from here you can do, you know, whatever you want. Wow, I really just got destroyed there, huh? So yeah, you guys can get pretty creative with this and practice however you like, and you do reset your health after every kill. So right here you can see I pretty much went straight back up to 200 health. That way you don't have to keep healing yourself after every kill. In the zombie section, you can really do whatever you want. It's just a bunch of zombies into one little area. You could just practice kind of like if you were fighting a squad or something like that. And then you can also reset the builds by the click of this button here. But it is limited, so it's only up to like 5 uses or something like that. Next up, I actually included some of you guys' favorite sections from the realistic edits and kind of just made a mini version of it into this map. I know a lot of you guys really love the realistic edits, so I had to put this in here. And basically, to get the bots to spawn, all you have to do is go to the first stair or the first floor, and then they will all spawn in just like that. I had to do it like that because the map will lag if I spawn all the bots at once. Then next we have just a regular edit section. Now I did have to take out a lot of the edits just to make sure you guys have better performance in the map. But I did make sure to have the basic edits in here as well as some advanced ones. So you can definitely still get some really good edit practice in here. And last, we have the free build section, which does have glow options and outline options. You can even get rid of it here if you'd like. And if you do happen to fall in the water, you can build in the water, so don't worry too much about that. Also, let me know if you guys want this section to be bigger, because there is a chance that you will run into the edge of the storm right here. So if that does become a problem for some of you guys, just let me know and I can definitely make the section bigger for you. But yeah, that'll pretty much do it for the map, guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Drop a bullseye emoji just like that if you made it to the end. And I'll see you guys in the next one.